No, 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 don't let this thing, one of the worst things I've ever made, win this. Hello everyone who's doing their best to smile, but sometimes it's just slightly too difficult. I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths. More specifically, welcome back to the Pale Fleet Tournament, where I throw my designs against each other and see which one is least bad. So we're on to the second branch of the main bracket. Let me show you my wonderful spreadsheet so you know where we all are. So, previously, both the Frost and the Hailstone managed to get get to bracket 2. They won their fight. The Frost won because the Crazy Sled, well, just is not amphibious enough, apparently. And the Hailstone won because the Frost Drake literally cannot aim up far enough. So, I don't know who's going to win this one. On the one hand, we've got Space Cheese, but on the other hand, the Frost does have signal processors on its missiles, and might actually be too fast for those laser-guided missile bomby things to actually do anything. So we're just gonna have to see how well this goes for either one of them. So let's begin. Alright, so let's see here. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I think the Frost might win this instantly. Yep, it might win this instantly. Did not win this instantly. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nope, looks like the Hailstone's winning. Yep, I see fire. I see flames. Oh wait, no, the Hailstone got hit. It got hit badly. What happened here? What happened to you, sir? I actually don't know what happened. Where did you get hit? Oh, got hit on the front. And good night? Okay, not good night. Alright, so the Frost is winning, and I think everyone's thrilled about that, because no one likes Space Cheese. Apparently, not me either. It turns out, like, decent anti-air missiles can snipe things out of space. The one place they can't get you, well, guess what? They can get you. These missiles actually have enough fuel to do something. Are they going to catch up? Those missiles do look like crayons, I do have to say. Except when this thing starts death spiral, then it's going to be really difficult for this thing to do anything. I think maybe the... Oh, right! The Frost has a laser. A tiny, minimal damage laser, but a laser nonetheless. Where to go? When in doubt, follow the missiles. Okay, then. Is that... I can't actually see if the laser's doing anything. Aha, this fight could last a while. Oh. Although, I mean, I guess I could call it here, the Hailstone is not fighting back anymore. It's just kind of driving in an annoying fashion. This is the problem with making your builds, all your builds, like, super evasive. Is that they get crippled and then they can't do anything. Oh dear. Hang on, I just want to zoom in for a second. Because I happen to know, yep, that is loaded. Aha, yeah, the local weapon controller controlling the missiles, I think has been fried. Where is it? I don't know, I think it has been fried. I think that means that the Frost wins by default, because they... Hang on, let's see here. You firing anything? Yeah, this is just a big fat stalemate. I think the Hailstone is crippled. It can't fight back. Well, there's Frost wins then. I don't have to sit here all day. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. So I'm just going to pause it there and hand this one to the Frost, because the Hailstone is basically never going to, like, mentally, physically, or financially recover from this, and it's not shooting anymore. So... that was easy, wasn't it? So, Hailstone down to the loser's bracket with you. Oh gods, it's going to be like... it's going to be Space Bomber versus Space Bomber. I hate that. And you are now red. And it means Frost, you lucky person, you get to go play with the Winter Beam later. Alright, so now, this is the fight I've been looking forward to, because these two things were probably the most effective things in the whole Pale Fleet overall. The Icewind versus the Icicle. Bomber versus Battlecruiser. I have literally no idea who's going to win that one, so let's hurry up and see, damn it. Alrighty then, on the one hand we have bombers that have got a pretty damn good track record with murdering ships that are bigger and more expensive than they are, and over here we have a ship that has pretty damn good missile defense and has a pretty good track record of murdering planes. I'm excited. Let's see what happens when ice versus ice. So the laser isn't going to do a hell of a lot because the ice ones do have smoke. And so far most of those missiles are going to... Basically all of those missiles are going to get shot to pieces unless the ice ones manage to get a decent angle on them. Yep, nope. This could be another big fat stalemate. So far, one of the icicles... Okay, so far the icicles are the only things taking any damage. Let's see here. Yep, okay, nope, the icicle is almost certainly going to win this just because it does dish out enough... It does dish out enough fire in order to make things happen. Can it shoot everything from every direction, though, is the question. I guess if you go ham on the missile defense... Hang on, are these small interceptors? These are small interceptors. Well then. Yeah, this is another fight that's unfortunately going to take a while because somebody's evasive. I just realized that the wings effectively act as armor on the Icewind. Yep. Yeah, the icicle has not been touched. I think possibly the torpedo bombers would be doing better here, but it's hard to say, really. Because the icicle doesn't have much of a torpedo signature. And again, it's the 50mm AP heat guns that are really doing the work for the icicle. Honestly, like, they do most of the damage, like, which is annoying, because, like... I like big guns and I cannot lie, but, like, the big guns are always kind of, like, underwhelming, really. And yes, these are AP heat shells that are pulling duty as Seawiz. That is the compromise. It's mostly kinetic damage that they use to kill missiles anyway, and that secondary heat warhead just makes them slightly better at shooting, well, vehicles. It is the compromise between being good at shooting vehicles and good Seawiz, and they do just fine, honestly, for the most part. Let's see. Yep, nope. Those secondary guns do very well indeed. There's bits falling off this, and that is why fast APS shells are a very good idea, and also why having Seawiz that can do damage as well as shoot down missiles is a good idea. I think the Iceones are going to get their opportunity because these guns here, the Seawiz guns, they are belt feeders. So when they reload, there's like the missile volleys are going to get in. The Iceones just need to hold on until they do that. And to be fair, they are actually pretty good at that because they wiggle around so much. They tend to spread damage out a lot. Let's see, more missiles getting shot down basically effortlessly. What is happening? Let's see here. Not much. Lots of missiles getting shot down. These missiles, I don't think have any reinforced bodies on them, by the way. Never really needed them, I don't think. Yeah, that's, yep, that's a lot of stuff here. This is a golden opportunity to see why exactly the Iceones tend to take a fair amount of fire to actually shoot down, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, no, like, wow, the custom jets aren't even done. They just wiggle around so much and are so flat that damage gets spread out, like, all over them. And it takes quite a rapid-fire gun to even, like, hit them at all. Interesting. They are taking damage, though, is the thing. They are definitely taking some damage. Let's see here. Oh, wait, no, this guy dropped health. In quite an interesting way. And by interesting, I mean, oh, yep, he's slowing down. But yep, he's now a lot slower than he used to be. He's going to be a wobbly flyer, though. How fast are you going? How fast are you... Okay, he hasn't actually dropped in speed that much. This fight could go to the wire. Which wire? I don't know. I think that's a radio program or something? I don't know. I don't know. I just work here. I don't know what a radio is. Can you eat it? Does it taste good? I don't know. Alright, icicle still. Let's check. Have you lost any... Lost 0 blocks. Hey, 420! Oh. Missile's actually starting to get through now. And that's where that spinny decoy on top... I really need to use that more often. Because that works incredibly well. Like, if the enemy is using radar-guided or heat-seeking missiles, it's just like that spinny thing just, like, ruins their day completely. I think they're like, for Neater, that kind of decoy is, like, not allowed to be used on Campaigncraft precisely because it's too good. It's a little bit too strong. I do remember I did make a vehicle once that used, like, no missiles whatsoever, so that includes decoys, and that's kind of where I think I first used that, like, decoys on a spin block kind of thing. It works very, very well. And especially layered with the Sea-Wiz and Intercept, stuff like that. Just the Icicle is just, like, pretty damn defend against missiles. It takes a lot, or some pretty chunky missiles, to actually get through this. Oh boy, they're getting close, though. I think that's the belt feeders doing their thing. Alright, so there's only 4 minutes to go. So far the Icicle is winning, because it's got the health lead. Bloody hell, these bombers are, like, weirdly durable. I didn't even really make them to be that durable, but hell, just like a double layer of alloy on something that bibs and bobs all over the place actually works pretty well. Oh my word, those missiles are actually getting through. Never mind, they're not. Never mind, they just got eaten. And you still... Whoa, it's lost 1 block. Summon the press. It's lost 1 block. And this thing is, like, still dropping missiles, like, all willy-nilly. All willy-nilly. Let's follow this, as you can see, expertly decorated missile to its destiny. What could possibly happen to it? What could possibly happen to it is that it's going to get annihilated. Right, 3 minutes on the clock left. Can they do it? Also, the fact that the way the Icewinds drop missiles, it looks like blocks falling off them. So occasionally I look at them and go like, El Gasp! They've taken damage. And then it turns out, no, they've not taken damage. It turns out they're inflicting damage. Use your weapons. They are designed to inflict damage. That looked painful. Was that one of the diff guns or the main gun on the Icicle actually doing something? Because that would be amazing. Oh lordy, that's a lot of damage. Is the Icicle actually going to be able to shoot down one of these things? Because that's not that easy to do unless you have a properly strong head-scan weapon, which the Icicle does not technically have, by the way. This thing just got a wing shot off. Uh-oh, it's going out of control. It's back under control. No worries. I'm trying to remember if this thing even has full, like, breadboard thrust, and breadboard thrust vectoring. I don't think it does, because I remember in the newer version of the Icicle, the Before the Dawn, I think I added some extra breadboard thrust vectoring onto it. I don't know. Maybe I'll double check, but I probably won't. Let's be honest. There's 1.5 minutes left on the clock, and the Icicle has not actually taken any damage whatsoever. Oh! Was that the diff guns, or is that the, is that something else? What was in here? Was that ammo? I don't know what that was. It wasn't the AI. Definitely wasn't the AI. Although, right now, it looks like the Icewinds are going to be luring the Icicle onto land, which actually it's totally fine with, because the Icicle is amphibious. It's got a lot of rubber on the underside, and it's propelled through, like, custom props. Beautiful, beautiful. Man. Well then, like, it is quite nice to see that is that custom jet bits? No, it isn't. It's balloons. If nothing else, it is nice to see that they're like... It is nice to see that the icicle can actually damage this, moderately flavored cheesy plane that pitches up and down a lot. And it is nice that the planes are managing to survive the icicle for so long. It's not going to actually succeed in destroying either of them. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, the icicle won that one, but hell, the ice ones did really damn well. I think the ice ones are going to commit a lot of murder in the losers bracket. So, let's go over here. Icicle, well done. Moving on, and the ice wind, you go down here to the losers bracket, and you get colored red. Paint the town red. Paint it red, it's good for you. Okay then, we are making excellent progress here. Alright, so now Snowman Gary visits the Comet Space Bonder. We are all rooting for Gary. Let's be honest here, we're rooting for Gary because the Comet is a giant flying space turd, and I hate it, and you probably hate it, so let's, hopefully Snowman Gary can kill it. Here's to hoping. So there's nothing quite like actually spawning cost-equivalent forces against each other that makes you realize just how expensive some things are. I always thought of the Comet as an overpriced, like, pile of crap. It's around... To be fair, it is an overpriced pile of crap for what it does. But it's a roughly 170,000 materials. Gary is over 400. Well, almost 450,000 materials, which means it's 3 comets against 1 Gary. And I don't like that, because I'm tremendously biased, and I want Gary to win. So, here goes absolutely nothing. Everyone hope that Gary wins. Alright, let's see. I'm very curious to see, firstly, whether these missiles... Okay, so Gary has the thing. Gary's not winning this. Nope, Gary is not winning this, unfortunately. Gary doesn't have enough missile defense for this. And the Comet is actually pretty good at dodging missiles and also intercepting them. The fact that there's 3 of them... Yeah, no, this is a very bad matchup for Gary. No! Gary! Gary, no! Maybe the Comets will collide with each other. Gary is pretty tough, though. You never know. Oh, the Comet has the spinny thing on the back. Oh, wait. Oh, surely. Nope, never mind. Nope, no! No, Gary! Gary, no! No! It's a hard life being a cram gunner in a world filled with space cheese. No! I think they almost have the same kind of missiles, actually. I do think that the Comet's... The exact kind of missiles that the Comet uses was good enough, at least, that I used it on Gary, so... Unfortunately, the one major thing that counts here is the missiles. And Gary is having a bad day. Gary got hit in the missile department. Yes, I did say department. I said that on purpose. No! This, in hindsight, downsiders do tend to do well against frontsiders. Just because they fly over the top and hit the frontsider right in the squishy bits. Damn you, Comet! Damn you! Isn't Comet like a brand of household cleaner, too? Like, am I misremembering that? It's an American brand, I believe. Great. Great. Perfect. And Gary is mostly made of wood on top. Damn it. That is one of Snowman Gary's, problems, is that, unfortunately, the missile defense is a little bit lacking. It rather relies on, having the target, in front of it and staying there. Unfortunately, how strong is that laser? That laser's actually kind of strong, now that I think about it. There's like a decent chunk of the Comet's internal volume is just, like, lasery stuff. Unfortunately, it's also rigged up to do seaward stuff as well, which, is not ideal. Oh dear. Let us behold Gary's death. Gary is an honorable warrior who uses crams. As the Canoe gods intended, Gary uses crams. And unfortunately, being a cram gunner sometimes means you accept defeat from cheesy nonsense like space vehicles, or things that move over to 50 meters per second, or things that keep their distance, or any properly made frontsider. Dishonorable stuff, I say. Oh dear. Oh dearie me, this is not the result that anyone wanted. Nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted to see the fall of Gary. Gary. The beautiful Cram Canoe has once again been defeated utterly. I guess I have no oh wow, one of the comets actually did get hit. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. I'm really getting reminded of why people hate spacecraft now, because here's the thing. When it's your spacecraft massacring things down on the planet's surface, that's hilarious and cool. When it's your craft getting horribly massacred, it hits different. It feels unjust. It feels like the Canoe gods have abandoned you. Or, if you don't believe in canoe gods, the canoe dogs have abandoned you. You know, them dogs that build canoes, live on canoes, and are just the mascots for canoes. Those dogs, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been a long day. I need water. I'm going to drink water in protest of my canoe being destroyed. And you can't stop me. Ugh. That is your reminder, for anyone watching this, that drinking water is good for you and you should do it. And if you don't do it, well, you should. You absolutely should. Why would you not do that? You are between 60 to 80% water. You need to drink it. The annoying thing also with Gary is that Gary is, is mostly alloy, so no sinking teaspoon here. Gary is going to, it's going to suffer all the way through. She is basically, like, there's no way she can win this. I've just been waffling and whining. Mostly waffling, sometimes whining. I'm just going to speed this up and let the inevitable happen. Everyone, F in chat for Gary. He was not built for this fight. It was just cruel injustice that Gary ended up fighting the biggest of the space cheese. And there he goes! Another brave Gary has fallen. For some reason I can't do a good trumpet impression right now. My lips are wrong. So that is a crying shame, and definitely someone that no one wanted to happen. I think people will riot if the Comet ends up winning this mini tournament type thing. Because the Comet... Oh, the Comet... Household Cleaner of Doom. Household Cleaner of Doom. Here's a mugshot. There. Now we know where what the Comet looks like, so we can find her again and enact justice. Alright, so, Snowman Gary, unfortunately, goes down to the loser bracket, where, oh no, Snowman Gary's gonna be fighting the Icewind. She's not gonna win! She's just not gonna win! Gary! Well, the Comet is going up against the one thing that can probably, like, murder it dead, so that's cool, I hope. Alright, next is the Ice Pellet versus the Microcrystal. I was not... Oh yeah, the Ice Pellet. I was thinking, like, hang on, the Ice Pellet didn't frickin' win anything, did it? Surely not. It didn't, but it tied with the Comet. So it was a stupid fight, and I really hope that the Comet and the Ice Pellet don't fight each other, because then, like... I don't know, we'll have to do shenanigans in order to see who actually is the winner. Because the Ice Pellets and the Comet are like some of the worst campaigns in that, well, the worst designs in the campaign, well, that I used in the Steel Sovereigns campaign at the very least. If they win this tournament, that goes to show that what wins a tournament is not the same thing that wins a campaign. So there you go, I guess. I don't know. This is a weird tournament with weird, inconsistent rules, but, you know, like, here we go. Carrying on. Well, very bad news for our particle cannon friend here is that it is 9 times as expensive as the freaking ice pellet. Well, technically 8.8 times more expensive, but basically it has a lot of little crap bombers to eat, and hopefully it does that, and hopefully it wins, because I don't want the space bombers to win. I think no one will like that. Yes, I'm biased, and yes, I have tremendous regrets on using them in Steel Sovereigns, because A, it didn't work very well, and B, people didn't like it. So, let it not be said that I do not listen to the whims of the people. I am trying to spin this as, well, it is quite nice actually to have a plot to this whole tournament. It's like, defeat the space bombers, kill them. Let's see, does it do the thing? Okay, nope, this is going to be a slaughter. This is going to be a slaughter because those are small missiles, by the way. They might not even be able to hit the ice crystal at all, and that lambs is going to destroy most, if not all of them. Most of them are just going to miss. Uh-oh. Alright, a whole bunch of them. Well, one of them is just disintegrated. It's literally been blown in half. So that's nice. Hold on. AI dead and blown in half. Phew, okay, at the very least this space bomber is not getting into the finals. At least I hope not. It's gonna go to the losers bracket. Of course, you might say that's a bit unfair that the thing that tied gets so many chances, because technically it's getting to fight more than anyone else. But meh, like, I don't know. I literally... Let me know in the comments how I should handle ties. Like, I don't know, how should you handle ties in a tournament? I've literally never thought about it. Yep, 2 damage. Wow, alright, so, note to self, this particle cannon setup is not optimal, I don't think, but, it sure does shred tiny spacecraft, that's for sure. Has the microcrystal even taken any damage whatsoever? Yep, that'll do the trick. Hold on, let's go see. Let's go see the microcrystal. How's she doing? She's taken 0 damage whatsoever. It's almost like she was kind of designed for this kind of thing. To annihilate, to kill things that other craft would struggle with. Oh god, if the Ice Wind ends up fighting the microcrystal, it's gonna go bad. Was the microcrystal better than I thought? I was testing her against, I seem to recall testing her against Onyx Watchcraft, of all things, and I don't know why I did that, because the Onyx Watchcraft use crams, which are a lot cheaper than particle cannons. Not the best kind of testing dummy, I don't think. Anyway, this ice pellet is going to die. It's already dead. Wow, it tends to get AI deaded really. This is why you don't stick your AI in the middle of your craft, because that's the bit that's most likely to get hit. Also a problem with the general Canoe. Alright, well that was 2 minutes long. I do like how these fights are either long, extended grudge matches between evenly matched foes, disregarding the space bombers fighting each other, which was just stupid, or it's just one of them annihilating the other instantly. So thank goodness there's a space bomber getting banished to the shadow realm of the losers bracket. Thank goodness indeed. Hopefully the other one does soon. Anyway, the microcrystal is gonna go here. And, can I squeeze in? I can and will squeeze in bracket 4. We're just gonna do the whole main bracket right here, because I'm that kind of guy. I can do that. So, next is the Winter Beam versus the Frost. I don't know who's gonna win this one. I think the Winter Beam might have an advantage for once, because, the Frost is not good against laser things, because it's made entirely of wood, and funny thing about wood, it burns. Like, you know, from the depths, wood goes sizzle sizzle, so yeah. Let's start the barbecue then. The Frost barbecue, that makes sense. Alright, 1v1. Boat versus, well, missile boat versus laser spaceplane. Saying that out loud, I have an idea who's going to win, but we'll see, we'll see. The Frost managed to kill the previous space nonsense. Uh-oh, nope, the Frost is in deep doo-doo. Although the Winter Beam's horribly inaccurate, so we'll have to see here. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, the Winter Beam has a spinny thing. Spinny thing, spinny thing, spinny thing. Oh dear. Oh dear. Who the hell's winning? Alright, technically technically the Winter Beam's winning. Oh no, the Frost is getting lasered bit by bit. So funny thing about lasers, they start fires. And the Frost is Frost made of wood. Frost is made of wood. There's also getting shot at the rear, which is where a lot of the propulsion is. Which is not great. Winter Beam just got hit though, I think. Did it? I don't even know. Yep, the Frost is having a bad day. Yep, spinny thing on back of... I'm trying to remember. People have told me that signal processors are not affected. I mean, no. What? Wow, that was a Hail Mary shot by the Frost if the laser managed to take that off. Oh, it aimed for hot blocks, that's right. Oh dear. Uh-oh, she's burning! She's burning! She is not learning, she's burning! Oh yeah, nope, the Winter Beam... I think the Winter Beam also goes for hot blocks, which unfortunately is the engine. That's the AI department. Yes, I said department on purpose. Oh no, that's bad. Alright, so the Winter Beam was really crap at dealing with small planes because it was too inaccurate, but it turns out it's pretty darn good against wooden boats. Who would have thought? Poor Frost. Doesn't deserve this. Again, the righteous hydrofoil defeated by the nasty space cheese. Although, honestly, a laser in space is one of the... is like the unproud, like, cheesy tradition from the depths, honestly. Like, when was the Palladium invented? Does anyone know how long that thing's been in the game? That thing's not that difficult as far as, like, things go. But, yeah, it's like, that darn thing is the AI is gonna burn to death. The AI is gonna burn to death. The AI did not burn to death. The AI... Oh, right! The Frost has redundant AIs. The AI controlling the laser also has maneuver routines. Which is really, really quite silly, actually. Yeah, the fact that, like, you know, an AI doesn't need anything strapped to it to have a maneuver routine. I think the Frost is going to get ripped in half, though. Although the Winter Beam just... the Winter Beam is just taking slightly more damage. Are you burning yet? The Frost's laser is really weak, by the way. It's really weak. It's a token laser. Should have used a particle cannon instead. The Frost is actually going to burn in half. It is actually going to burn in half. This is fascinating to watch. Like, I'm not even bothered by the fact that my little ship is losing to the dreaded space cheese. But, look how the damage is, like, going. It's just, like, burning the top layers off. It's, in fact, it's going to get split in half. It's going to get split in half. Oh my god, it's going to get split in half. It's not going to get split in half. Like, I'm at the edge of my seat. Well, I'm not at the edge of my seat. I'm fully on my seat because I like to sit. That's it. She's going to burn in half. When that one bit... Oh, let's lock onto that beam. This alloy beam right here is going to burn. It's going to burn off. Ah! It's such a tease. It's also dipping partially into the water each time, so that's like... Oh, God. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, what a way to go. What a way to go. It looks like it hasn't been decapitated, it's been cut in half, but, like... That was brutal. That was the most... Somehow managed to be one of the most brutal fights we've seen here. And right at the last second, the Frost managed to set this thing's butt on fire. Well then. Well then. That's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. So the Frost heads down to the loser's bracket, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Frost, you were a valiant little thing. And the Winter Beam heads to the next bracket to fight the Microcrystal, which is going to annihilate it. And next is the Icicle versus the Comet. Icicle! 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 We're rooting for the Icicle! Alright, unfortunately, it is a 2v1. Two cheesy space bombers versus the valiant and, frankly, the favorite to win this fight, Icicle Battlecruiser. This is truly This is for the spirit and honor from the depths, frankly. The actual ship, kind of, it's a hydrofoil, versus the space cheese. Begin! Alright then. Laser does laser things. The icicle has already lost some blocks. What are the bullets doing? Alright, spinny decoy thing. Okay, cool. So the comets are going to really struggle. They're going to really struggle to hit the icicle at all because of the spinny decoy. And hopefully the icicle's little AP heat shells can just murder the... Oh god, they're aiming for the bloody hot thing right at the end. That is a downside of using the targeting hot blocks thing. Is that spinny decoys tend to throw you off. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Icicle. You can do it. No! 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 Don't let this thing, one of the worst things I've ever made, win this. Well, one of the reasons the comet was like retired is because it was material inefficient. It burned material. It did kill things. Wow, like, I was not expecting this. I was actually expecting the icicle to do a lot better. And that's why dropping missiles directly on top of things turns out to... This makes me so sad. If you're sad watching this that the space cheese is winning, just to let you know, I'm also not happy about it. This is one of the best ships I've ever made, frankly. At least for campaign use, at least. And here it is getting bullied by a pair of, like, nasty things. Nasty things, I say. It's gonna be a damn miracle if the icicle wins now. Oh, no. No, space rubbish. Damn space rubbish. I mean... Honestly, I shouldn't be too surprised at this result. Like, ships generally do very badly against anything that hits them consistently from above. And just aiming up just seems to throw things off, I guess. How fast does this move? This moves 150 meters per second. It is anything that moves that fast automatically has a lot less shells hitting it. Yeah, the comets are just scratched. What is this thing even armored with? It's just... Well, it's the great, just default armor. Just beams and poles. Does the trick. It does the trick for things that don't get hit often, but as was correctly pointed out to me, any armor scheme looks good if it doesn't actually get hit that often. So, there you go. I'm upsetty in my spaghetti. The icicle doesn't deserve this. The icicle deserves better. The icicle deserves to go... like 1v1 versus actual worthy opponents. And this is not a worthy opponent. This is a space thing that I slapped together in about an hour or two to try and actually have effective space damage. And alas, it is effective space damage, right when I didn't want it. Oh dear. Sometimes we make things... it is an interesting feeling to, like, damn it, I made a thing that was too good. And now it's making me feel bad with how good it's doing. It's burning my ship alive. And this is also... I hope this tournament is highlighting that testing your designs against each other can actually be quite helpful for helping you figure out the areas in which you, as a builder, are strong and not so strong. Or in this case, what category of vehicle, has an advantage over another. Because, broadly, you'll always be equal to yourself in the moment. Give or take. It depends. Like, if you build a thing when you're tired, hungry, distracted, heartbroken, your foot's itchy or whatever, it's not going to be as good as when you build something where you are, fit and healthy and not being distracted by the thought of delicious tea or something. I don't know. I'm just vamping while my precious boat dies. It is actually managing to damage some... It is scratching the paint. Bit by bit. This is why the, well. Oh, man. It is quite surreal to see these things run out of range. Stop running away, you cowards! Has the icicle managed to disable the... No, it hasn't managed to disable the yaw on this. These guys are... Okay, these guys are just buggering off into the middle distance. They're going on a journey. Cowards! Return and fight! Return and fight, damn you! Finish this fight honorably! Honor, I say! Says the man who built this space cheese. I wouldn't know honor if it bit me right in my cheese. I hope none of you watching have ever been bitten in the cheese before. It's extraordinarily painful. The cheese is the most sensitive part of the body, did you know? Sensitive cheese. Most sensitive cheese. It's why cheese making is such a proud tradition. You're making such a sensitive part of the body. You better show proper respect. Let's follow this missile volley to where it's inevitably going to kill my damn ship. My damn ship. Is this missile thing disabled? Because if it is, interesting. I think it is disabled. Somehow the icicle managed to snipe it. Oh, wow. If the icicle comes back and wins this, that's going to be impressive. Nope, it looks like, Do not prolong the agony. I think that lasers on the comets are actually doing a lot. I'm now tempted just to make a space laser canoe. With nice piercing lasers. Oh lordy, okay. Nope, okay, this could turn around, and it could turn around really quickly. Yeah, once the decoys have been shot off. Whoop. Oh, that hit! Whoa, the main gun did something. Kaloo Kalay. Well, the icicle has about 2.5 minutes to make magic happen. Oh no. Oh no. Wow, all the guns are still alive, and still being reasonably accurate. And now the icicle's managed to shoot off some of the main propulsion on the comet. That... Wow. Interesting. Oh, please, Icicle, come back and win this. I'm not allowed to extend the timer. I'm really not. Oh, no. No, 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 please. Although the fact that, like, the comets are now... They're not... their missile volleys aren't, like, firing at the same time. Those are not engine compartments. Ah! Which comet's this? This is the less damaged comet. Where are you firing? You're firing there. Yeah, there's a lot of hot targets on the comet, actually. All those little steam... these things, these all have little steam jets in them. Very hot. Boiling hot, dare I say. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Icicle. You can kill the space cheese. You have a minute to do it. No! The space cheese did some more damage. Note to self, don't put both secondary guns on targeting hot blocks. Because my own dirty tricks fool it as it happens. Darn it. Well, the comet will be fighting against the microcrystal, and that thing will probably... who am I kidding? The comet might annihilate it. I really don't know whether the microcrystal or the comet will win. I really don't know. But looks like the Icicle is not winning this one, although it fought most valiantly. That's what I like about the Icicle. Even when she loses, she fights valiantly. And I'm just going to politely ignore the fact that the comment also does that. It's doing it right now. That's it. That's time. Alas, alackaday, Icicle loses. Total health. Lost more health. Boo! Boo me! How dare you make space cheese? Alright, so the comment hops over here. Skips ahead. Unfortunately, that's how this works. And the Icicle, I was not expecting to see the Icicle in the losers bracket. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Really was not expecting to see it. I think we might get a rematch here or something? I don't know. I guess it makes sense because the Icicle is a ship, and ships, hate to say it, and from the depths, generally outmatched by other categories of thing. So now we get to see who wins, the Microcrystal or the Winter Beam. Like, the frickin' Microcrystal is going to win, or maybe not. The Microcrystal is quite expensive, and the Winter Beam is quite cheap. So let's stop faffing around and have a look-see. Well, there's 10 little laser bastards against our one big particle cannon bastard. So let's see these bastards do bastardy things to each other. I don't know why I said bastard so many times in a row. Please do not demonetize me, YouTube. Okay then. So immediately, what do we got here? So problem is, Microcrystal, mostly made of wood. Wood burns. Hopefully, yeah, that's a problem. Damn, that's actually quite a nasty thing, isn't it? Lots of burning, lots of burning. Although, looks like, yep, AI dead. Right, so this is a real, like, interesting matchup. It's like, Microcrystal vulnerable to lasers, but on the other hand, the Winter Beams are vulnerable to, like, particle accelerator annihilation. Yep, and every volley, it just deletes one from existence, so there is that. Let's see there, how much fire is being caused here? Not a lot, that laser's not very strong. And the deck armor is 3 meters thick, with a layer of alloy in it, so maybe... What just happened? Oh, okay, that's what happened. Yeah, this guy got ripped in half by the looks of him and is going to burn to death because... What was in there? Fuel, I think. Alright then, so I think the Microcrystal's got this. You know, I have a sneaking suspicion the Microcrystal's got this. Yep! Being a glass cannon does not work very well against particle cannons, because particle cannons are all like... Especially explosive particle cannons are just like, yes! Finally, a target made just for me! Alright, who are you aiming for? That's who you're aiming for. Here's the thing, I'm not a huge fan of staggered fire, but staggered fire particle cannons are quite fun. I need to revisit this whole concept and just, like, do it with non-overclocked pack. But yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe these are... Maybe I need to have another go at this. Maybe I need to make more... The problem was it wasn't fully canoe-shaped, and that's why it didn't work. That's what I tell myself. That is what I tell myself. You are burning to death. What do you think about that? Yep, there you go. Alright, so note to self, there is a design flaw. Well, I guess just because it's a small craft, really, is that the AI tends to burn to death when the engines get hit. Oh well, it's part and parcel. This thing was never actually designed to tank anything, really. The Microcrystal kind of was, though. Let's see. Are you the next target? I can't actually see what the Microcrystal's aiming at. It's aiming at... Okay, it's aiming at that thing. All the way over there. You see this thing? This thing that's about to disintegrate and die? Yep. Cored like an apple. Right, let's see who you're aiming at. Okay, lots of scratch damage on the Microcrystal, but only superficial. Not really aiming, not... Whoa! Okay, yep, blew its head off. This is making the Microcrystal look a lot more effective than it actually is, because, just to remind you, this whole fleet is kind of glass cannon-y, and particle cannons are like the best damn thing against glass cannons, because, like, alright, their disadvantage is that they're kind of damage inefficient in terms of material use. If the enemy is made of Play-Doh, that's not really a problem, is it? I lost track of where the thing was. There it is. It's dead. Okay, Microcrystal won that. I had a feeling it was going to win, but also I didn't expect it to win that easily. So, the Microcrystal is, well, it goes on, and it's going to fight the Comet now. My goodness. Alright, so, there's that, and you are now red. The Winter Beam goes down here, it's going to fight the Icicle. My goodness. Okay then, so now, it's going to be... Alright, and there's going to be a bracket 6. Except that's going to be final. Alright then, Comet versus Microcrystal. I'm rooting for the Microcrystal because it's cooler, and no one wants to see the Comet win. I'm almost certain of this. Let's go! Okay then. It is 1 Crystal Airship versus 2 Space Cheeses. May the least cheesy win! Go! Okay, so the Microcrystal is like, First Blood, definitely. Will the lambs and everything actually do stuff? Ooh. Aha! Okay, didn't manage to kill everything. Didn't manage to kill everything. Ooh, that's the disadvantage of using pack lenses like this. Oh lordy, this thing's getting mauled. Is this AI dead? AI dead, sustained by repairs, but, okay, yeah, no, the Microcrystal was the perfect counter to this. Yeah, come closer, why don't you? Wow, the Microcrystal's like almost unscathed. And 1 volley from the Comet isn't gonna do it. Damn! Wow, I wasn't actually expecting... Is the Microcrystal actually good? I'm gonna be annoyed if the Microcrystal was actually good the whole time. It's, well, it's good against the kind of glass cannon nonsense that the rest of the Pale Fleet is, that's for sure. Huh. I need to revisit the whole concept of the Microcrystal. Maybe make a more metal version of it, if you know what I mean. Being able to aim straight up is certainly an advantage. I don't even remember what was there that... Oh, fuel. And that is the problem with trying, with your main defense being speed and evasion. Is, particle cannons generally don't give a single damn about how fast and evasive you are. This is quite satisfying, I have to say. And this is kind of why... This is exactly what particle cannons were originally added to the game for. Well, maybe not these ones, which have 2-axis and can aim straight up. But this is what they're for. They're a kind of screw it, they're an anti-everything thing. Just designed to work. Wow, somebody is being a roly-poly. Somebody is gonna... Is the... Microcrystal gonna, like, blow this thing in half? This thing is literally corkscrewing through the sky. It looks very surprised about it, I have to say. My goodness. Well then, your reign of terror is over, Mr. Comet. Down to the loser's bracket you go. This is literally falling out of the sky, and I've got to say, it's pretty epic. What a way to end. What a way to end. I cannot wait to record the next episode of this now, because the loser's bracket is going to be bloody. It's going to be a bloody good time. Not so fast and cool now that you're in the atmosphere, are ya? How far away is the... Well, 5,000 meters away. The pack doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage, but at this point it doesn't need to. I could end this right now, but I am having a great time waffling and watching this thing getting blown to pieces, bit by bit. Where'd the thing go? Oh, you're getting closer. That's the wrong thing to do. Well, at least you're heading towards your death, so it happens faster. You gotta, It's heading back into space. It's heading back into the comfort of space. Let go of space. You simply must let go of space. Come on, fire again. Make it die. How is this thing not dead yet? It's a flying skeleton. A flying husk. Let's have a look at you, Microcrystal. Yep, you're still aiming straight up. Oh my god, it got blown into 2 pieces. Damn! What a fight! What a fight, ladies and gentlemen and gentle thems. Oh, I liked that! And the Microcrystal, like, lost 0.5% health. That was impressive. This thing is better than I gave it credit for. See, this is why you sometimes need to go and dig around on your old blueprint folder. Damn it, I don't want to end the video there. I'm on a roll. But, unfortunately, I have to. Alright, so the Microcrystal goes on to the final fight. And we will find out who she will fight in, well, not the next episode, but the one after that, probably, because we still got the losers bracket to go through. So, the Comet, unfortunately, has to go sit in, let's see, what we got. The Crazy Slayer, it's been a while since we've seen that. I think, will the Frost Drake be able to kill it? I don't know. We're going to see some old favorites and some old not favorites. Definitely. So yeah, see you then. Have a wonderful time, wherever your time is. And thank you all so much for watching. This is part of the problem with these turrets, by the way. They get very confused. I never quite figured out how to stop them doing this. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Like at the lowest tier, access to a Patreon exclusive Discord. Medium tier, I will review your craft in said Patreon Discord. And at the highest tier, I will even build stuff for you, or draw stuff for you if you prefer. Do check out my other channels and my Twitch. They are fun, and would love to see you there. And yeah, happy From the Depthsing, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell! It just occurred to me that this kind of looks like a checkerboard, I guess? Huh. I guess it is a checkerboard pattern. Herp derp.